a response to the registrar. At the very outset, the Rhodes Must Fall movement wishes to dispel the notion that our occupation of Azania House was purely based on the condition of the removal of the Cecil John Rhodes statue. The removal of the statue is but one of the demands that this movement tabled to the special council meeting that the registrar opportunistically quotes. The university claims it wishes to establish meaningful forums for discussion in light of the council's renewed commitment to the project of transformation at UCT. Yet within hours of the removal of the statue, management has sought to forcibly remove us from Azania House. Furthermore, with the exception of the notice of eviction, management has made no tangible efforts to establish lines of direct communication with the movement in Mafeja room. This is yet another exhibit of management's insincerity and engagement in bad faith. In his notice, the registrar makes a number of unfounded and bizarre allegations against our movement. Accordingly, we wish to make it known that from the first day of the occupation, ours has never been an aggressive or violent approach. Our non-violent approach was instead met with violence from Campus Protection Service personnel who assaulted students within this very building in the presence of the same registrar who now claims moral high ground. While the registrar asserts that the administration has up to now not acted on the student or staff occupation of the Bremner building, we have evidence that management has deployed campus protection services and, more recently, the South African police services to curtail our efforts. Our disruption of the daily running of the building was justified as it confronted management's continued disregard with our frustrations. Let it also be known that our occupation of Azania House is justified and legitimate. The occupation has strengthened our ability to collectively deliberate on our plight as students, academics, non-academic staff, and other stakeholders. Azania House has evolved to be the only safe and therapeutic space for the marginalized on campus, and specifically a safe home for all students displaced by their university who have been denied readmission. It has become an educational institution for alternative pedagogy and critical engagement. Before the occupation, our views and frustrations mattered less to this institution. The management's long-standing stance that the broader issues of transformation remain to be addressed is precisely the reason for our continued occupation. We refuse to allow this institution to continue to stall and marginalize transformational issues. As the movement, we refuse to see the removal of the statue as the council's renewed commitment to the project of transformation at UCT. This is not the first commitment from management, and we are not convinced that this is the first renewed commitment either. It is clear that the only way to enact positive, measurable, and tangible results is continued exertion of pressure through our peaceful occupation. This said, we are not prepared to seize the occupation until the following demands are met. First, the university must not instigate any internal or external disciplinary measures against any participants in our struggle for decolonization, and as such, a commitment must be made in writing. The university must provide a conducive and suitable space for the movement to continue with its work. The space should be to the satisfaction of this movement. Thirdly, the university must not impede, constrain students, and/or put students who will be continuing with the occupation under any duress. Once these demands have been met, we will be willing to engage with management to discuss the end of the occupation in its current form. Regards, the Rhodes Must Fall movement.